here we are again, hopefully. There and there. Hi, guys. I'm back. Good news, everybody? Theoretically? Okay. I have dined. I've eaten food. And drinking water. And we'll continue with our League adventure. All ruins. What do we got? Let's see. Okay. No, we do not. But we don't like those things at all. Okay. Good evening. If evening starts at 5 p.m. 5:00 something p.m. I told you I'd be back. You didn't take the warning. Could have spared yourself this pain. I was going to say, but now there's no escape, and of course there is. Like TV. Always change the channel. Please don't. Stay a while and listen. Sorry. I had to. I feel shame, but I had to. Forgot to turn that on. A corruption altar? The fuck? Those can appear in just random places now? That's new. It will corrupt an item, presumably. Oh, what are these glowing things? Not a fan of them. Where did they come from? A corruption altar. What do I want to corrupt? What would I like to maybe get lucky on, but want to make sure that it doesn't work out, that I don't suffer too terribly? How about the hat? Corrupts an item, modifying it unpredictably. I think it just got the implicit, was all it got. The 6% increased maximum energy shield. So it didn't hurt anything. The help is like a point of energy shield, something like that. So not a big deal. But normally those are only available through one of the former League mechanics. And normally people will use them on a nifty unique they have, hoping to get lucky. But I don't really have anything that's nifty. Other, of course, than my natural charm. So yeah, nothing. Another level for me. Where was I going here? Point blank. And we just got Gemling Pack Leader drops an additional quality gem. Okay. These are low level ones, so I will continue to use these when I get a chance. Oh good, look, all the lovely backtracking. Thank goodness for the backtracking. Whatever would I do without the backtracking? Or So thanks for coming back, guys. I appreciate that. Oh, what the fuck? I guess there. I'm having to backtrack all the way back again because they have definitely changed the layouts. Maybe they added some, I don't know. I am getting lost more frequently than I ever have in the past. And I've played this game a lot. Now granted, the last couple of years, not as much as I have in the past. Because I felt they've made some design changes I really didn't like. Most especially the Nemesis bullshit. Arch Nemesis, sorry, Arch Nemesis. Not regular Nemesis, no. Regular Nemesis is fine. The Arch Nemesis stuff. They refuse to backtrack despite the fact I can't think of a single streamer I've ever watched say that the game is better with it than it was without. Not one. But it's like somebody's pet design and they don't want to upset them by saying, yeah, everyone hates it. It's bad. Let's just get rid of it. Hey, it's an ancient seal. What bad ever came from disturbing an ancient seal? Nothing. I'm sure the shadowy smoke and sounds of plaintive souls and stuff, I'm sure it's special effects. Or actually, it's the second game in a week where the sun's gone out. Turns out it's the second thing. Oops. I turned off the sun. Could happen to anyone, really. Another League mechanic I'm surprised shows up this early. Fluctuant. Oh, it's a fluctuant altar. Well, occasionally, depending on, if I've had like chili or something, I can be fluctuant too. Doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes. Monsters deal extra lightning damage and can shock. Skull spires fire lightning orbs at each other. We'll unlock that first, just to, I won't say how much favors we've gotten. How many favors? We have 419. There are 2 more ritual altars somewhere in the map that will increase and unlock these other items. None of those are blowing up my proverbial skirt. Caster modifiers. Blech. Caster modifiers. No, thank you. It's the Dread Thicket? Weird layout again. I've never seen the Dread Thicket spawn that early in the map. Ever. Gold hackles. Superior bone bow. Could be a bow upgrade. That'd be nice. Lot more physical damage. More physical damage. No, not much in the way of elemental damage on top of that. 1.61, 1.4. Well, that might be an improvement. We'll check when we go back to town. I hate those devourers. There's something about them. They're the ones that really freak me out. The spiders don't. Those suckers do. Sorry, those suckers do. I didn't know this altar was available in this map. I thought that was only became available the second time through. All kinds of... I'm just learning new things every day. You're never too old to learn, boys and girls. Magic item out of there. Not much. Hey, fat buddy. Welcome back. Thank you for returning once more. A Regal Orb. I really do like Regal Orbs. I think they're kind of the heart and soul of low-level crafting, and they need to drop more frequently. It's another Fluctuant Ritual Orb. I'm sorry, I'm going to get Fluctuant again. Where am I going next? Where do we go from here? Well, that's not an awful lot. Alright, Fluctuant Ritual Orb. Let's drop some Ballistae and go to town. Damn it. Missed one somewhere. All right. Freaking devourers. I mentioned I don't like them. I don't like them. They irritate me. Alright, more stuff has been uncovered. Still nothing here particularly exciting, or exciting at all, really. There's one more, and that'll unlock the last 3 items for probably either gems or currency. Hopefully nice currency. Nice chunky bit of currency would be A-okay with this guy. And here's the third and final circle. Also, the fire-breathing assholes, they can go fish for sure. I just feel really, really much more fragile than I normally do at this point in the game. I'm not sure why. I'm a little low in effective hit points, but not much. Basically, at the end of this second chapter, or act, you want to be at about 600 total. I'm at 535, so a little bit low, but... Stop with the fire spitting. It's rude and gross. Something spitting at me from way to fuck off screen. It's another goddamn devourer. Hate them. They are a really, really annoying critter. One sec. Mild misclick. Alright. I'm still here. The shield's no interest. So, the last things were another omen. It will be consumed when you die to create a portal to town. Basically, that's a cast on death portal combo. Orb of Binding, that is a really good item. We want that most of all. 1275, that's almost everything. What that does is it will take a rare item, it'll take a normal item and upgrade it to a rare item with 4 linked slots. Can't remember if I set aside a short bow or not for later, but if so, I'll be using that, I think. Probably. That was a really good pull out of that. That was everything, right? Yeah, I don't have enough to afford anything else. That was definitely a good one. 4 linked slots will be awesome. It'll allow me to increase 200% rarity of items. Or a high number of those packs. That seems pretty good. Gemling Pack Leader drops an additional quality gem. You drop that one in there too. Let's see. Let's see. Very low, normal, high. So we'll move this out. And this in. Not a good time for another one of those lag spikes that have been popping up from time to time. That is going to get me killed. It hasn't done so yet, but it will get me killed. I feel pretty safe in saying that. Or pretty unsafe in saying it. It over there. The eyes are going, guys. And the mind is going. And the body's falling apart. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. It's almost like I was getting old. Alright, these guys are awful. Gemling Berserkers. That's the ones that are supposed to drop an extra gem or something. And he ain't so far. Those things are horrifying. And not just because they jump around and do a lot of damage, but also because they're the ones that are causing large amounts of the lag spikes. I think I'm leaning towards the league mechanic being mandatory as being a bad choice. Oh, scrolls and a couple of orbs. I'll take that. Whoa! Hey now, that wasn't called for. And there's the, I guess, the one drop that was due to happen. 13%. That's reasonable. But this is not a poison build, and basically a Herald of Agony is only used in a poison build. Okay, there was another one in there. There was a boss dude, so I got another gem. If I'd realized how awful these things were, I wouldn't have selected this. Earth Shatter 17. These things are pretty horrifying. And not just because they're dangerous, but because they're causing lag spikes. There's another level for me. More elemental resistances, always welcome. Alright. We'll head back to town and sell stuff. Fiddle around with our weapons and stuff.
Nothing like this.
No, it never happened before. Obviously, though, it must be my fault, right, Groost? I mean, just because it is actually my fault. Let's see. I do that. I do that. Bows. That. Just plan to sell that. Nope. Nope. I need that socket, sadly. So I can't afford to cash that in. Use that instead. Life. Movement speed. Nice. 15% too. Alright. Blank arrow. Herald of Ice. New shoes. Papa's got a brand new bag. Okay, he's got shoes. Don't suppose you've got any nice new item? Hmm? No. Bows. Bone bow. 1.4. It's got attack speed already. That was all the bows, right? Let's see if we've got a bow in the stash. That. Alright, that gets shuffled off. Grand Mana Flask, 2 of them. Opaque Grand, increased amount, reduced recovery. That's going to be fine for most purposes. 640, yep. I did set aside a short bow, but it has 1 affix. I'm gonna buy the bone bow from him then, and we're gonna jack it up. That one.
Retail.
Let's put this one away for here and here. No, not there. Or there. two go there. That goes there. Blacksmith. I can improve the quality of the weapon. This will have more damage then. Normally, this would only do 1% improvement up to 20, but because this is a white quality weapon, you get 5% per. And now this is going to give it 4 linked sausages. It's going to give it 4 links of sausages. They'll be delicious. 4 linked sockets and a whole bunch of affixes. Let's hope they're good. Cold lightning. Holy shit. They're not good. They're fucking great. That's bonkers ridiculous. Now, I would like to have 3 green or 4 green on that. So I'm going to try and do a little recoloring. 4 green is fine. So right now, we're doing 1,217. $1,948. That's better than a 50% damage increase, and we've got another open socket, which means we can add another gem to do even more damage. Momentum, I think. $2,167. We went from 1,200 to 2,100. That's why that gem, buying that binding orb, put a smile on my face. Because adding 4 linked sockets or sausages, I just ate, but now sausages sound really good.
There's one bright. What has happened?
Dinner was Nongshim Shin Black ramen. Think top ramen, but really quite good. And crack a couple of eggs into that. Spoonful of peanut butter. Delicious. Dying a lot faster now, aren't you, you schmucks? Oh, did you have the temerity to shoot at me, sir? I don't think I allow that. Well, I mean, I'm getting good quality gems out, although kind of a long odds to pull something that's useful here for the build you're playing. Devout disciples devoted to Prospero. I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Not a clue. Not a clue in the world. Good evening. Or morning. Morning for you. It got off to a slow start. The new league mechanic is interesting. I'm undecided yet on whether it's a winner or not. I just managed a very nice item upgrade. So that pleases me. Not a fan of these mobs right now. But overall, I would say it's going pretty well. Now, well, it's day 1. So I'm certainly going slow. I'm sure all the real streamers are going a lot faster. I checked in. It's funny, I was checked in on who? On Ben. Probably the best player in the world, at least right now, competitively. And he was just finishing up Act 10, Kitava, and I switch over to Mathel, and he's just finishing up Act 5 Dava. That's the difference between the very best and someone who is aggressively not competitive about it with math. And of course, I'm here at the end of Act 2. Mathel was finishing up Act 5. Ben was finishing up Act 10, and I'm here getting close to finishing up Act 2. However, despite the difficulty I was having with those mobs, they're now spitting out 52 resistance modifier tier rating. They're now spitting out an awful lot of nice double-digit percent, wow, 19% quality gems, which is certainly nice. Here's the new League mechanic. Currently in their cold modifier tier, quality up to +5 quality up to 30%. +5 up to 30. But it can only drop at the highest of 20 for most things. Anyway, resistance cold. Sure, let's go ahead and see if we can't shuffle up. Okay, loot a corpse for something nice. Let's see. Quality? Sure. Cold? Sure. And resistance modifier? Sure. Open the Tome of Aramor. What should we make for ourselves? Let's see. Quality won't matter on rings or amulets. We got a nice bow. Maybe we can get lucky with the quiver. Try the quiver again.
So that you may house their tools of justice.
Attack speed, life, fire resistance, a little less damage, but right now the life and fire resist. And the attack speed probably makes it worthwhile. Yeah, we only gain a little bit of attack speed. 2167. Probably worth it for the life. Probably worth it for the life. As I am feeling a little bit squishy. So theoretically now we're at 597 combined life and shield. Theoretically at the end of this act we want to be around 600, so pretty much 3 points shy, so yeah, probably the right choice. Still, I am feeling a little squishy still, gotta say. We go up the Ancient Pyramid. 10% chance for a pack to be upgraded to magic. I think I'd rather have that on the lower tier monsters. Very low density. I don't like those ones. Those are the serpentine constructs. They suck too. Ancient constructs, I think. Strongest monster in the pack gets 45% damage. I'm not nuts about those. 25% extra fire. Oh, great. This is a physical. Let's go assume the flame salvagers don't really have much in the way of physical, so that shouldn't have any significant effect. Still trying to sort of get the hang of the new League mechanic. It's an interesting one. It's certainly not as powerful as the last one, but that's probably good. The last one was way too rewarding, realistically, in the long term. All the stuff that I pulled in the first few days, and I went, hey, this could be worth something. By the time I would have gotten around to selling anything, inflation had kicked in so much it was worth even more in numbers, but less in relative if I wanted to actually be able to buy something. Are they friendly spirits? All right. We're working our way up the pyramid. Next level. Up we go again. Oh. I don't want these guys to feel left out, so we'll just murder them. I'm so thoughtful about others. They'd probably feel bad if I didn't murder them, so I'll murder them. Definitely a great binding orb, that's for sure. And I could have waited for a better potential bow. But I'm glad I did. Eventually that's what this build wants to be, is it wants to be have a bow with all 3 elemental attacks. Plus the fire, cold, and lightning damage. The Pyramid Apex awaits, and the boss. Yeah, it does seem like more of a crafting league, really. Also, it's unavoidable in that every time you change maps, the next map has modifiers applied to all the mobs. Now, when you enter the map, if you click on the eye icon before going in, it allows you to rearrange the buffs and benefits on the monsters in the map. And there is an item that allows you to like change one of them. I've gotten a couple of those, or improve one of them, or make them drop something. But you can't skip it entirely. And it's the first time I've seen a league mechanic that is not optional. You engage whether you want to or not. And while that guy's taking his 20 minutes to arrive from his home in another zip code. Come on, man. It's getting late. Look at the wrist. Let's go ahead and drop some ballistae. That orb of binding has been just amazingly good. Alright, we grabbed that already. We did. See here, you look into the lantern, and these mobs in this next map have these buffs to them. And some of occasionally they'll drop a body, and the body will have a crafting buff, so that when you then go to the mortuary, the graveyard, you choose the buffs you want and bury them, and then you choose the item type you want it to pseudo-randomly create. From, this one will give you increased resists, and this one has a fire damage. And so you choose a weapon, and out will come a weapon with a resist and fire damage, that kind of stuff. Other than that, it's going to be kind of a crapshoot. 50% of physical damage is extra lightning. That's a lightning undead, so it probably doesn't have physical damage, so that one wouldn't affect anything. And this one is physical damage reduction. That shouldn't affect me. I'm doing elemental damage for the most part. And here we are in Sarn. Act 3. Mind you, the really good players are already into the end game. They're into maps. And I've just made it to Act 3. Hello? Anybody? Anybody? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so if you're careful with putting the monster buffs and debuffs around and stuff, you can optimize the amount of danger you're in or the loot that may drop. Yeah, it's an interesting system. Come on, Clarissa. Let me explain it all to you. That's a reference.
I don't mean to sound ungrateful.
It's an old guy reference.
Mortality is the mother of life. We have turned our back.
2-stone ring? Sure. Talk me into it. Sarn awaits. Ugh. The in-town lag is pretty bad, gotta say. Occasional lag spikes of not just town, but in the instanced gameplay areas. That I'm less of a fan of, that's for sure. We'll talk to Gregor. Hi, Gregor.
Have fun elsewhere.
Did he say have fun? Maramoa,
A stranger.
Argon. Okay, sell. I want to ID that one, and probably that one. Sell that. Well, chest. I think we're actually going to swap over to that. I'll miss my 48 energy shield, but more green sockets are needed. Fire and cold resist, physical and fire damage to attacks, a little energy shield. That's pretty good.
Don't do anything.
All right. All right, which one comes out? Which of you comes out? Probably that one. Definitely that one. Okay, you guys go there. Toxic Rain, Bear Trap, and Heavy Strike. We'll drop these in here for now. We got a couple more greens. Let's see. Got a precision over here somewhere. And Sniper's Mark. Sniper's Mark. I think will do. Okay, and out we go. Now the precision I don't think will be leveling up. We'll just turn it on and leave it and not level it up. Precision. Turn it on. Move it from there. Put the Sniper's Mark there. Am I missing anything? No, everything's covered. All right. Reminder to self. Self, when precision levels up, don't level up the gem. Thank you. You think you can remember? Would I ever forget? Every single freaking time. That's not fair. No, but it's true. Dash. Sure, level that one up. Mirage Archer. Level it up. Shrapnel Ballista. Definitely level it up. Momentum Support. Level that one up. Have to keep checking. Where were we? We had just finished up with that. Give me a sec. I need to check my path of building. Or as we like to call it, path of building. That didn't do anything. There we are. Lots of stuff. Okay. Elemental Mastery. I think that's the way we go. All right. Is it here? Yes, here. All right. Creepy sound effects. As far as I am aware, no bugs make that sound. Alright. Caster modifiers are 50% scarcer. So that would be a good one for me to use because I don't use... I'm not a caster. I don't use any of the caster mods. So having them be less likely to show up would be good for me. Into the Vol side area. Doggies! My doggie no friend. I'm a friend of doggies. I like doggies. Of course, I've never actually had to deal with a hell doggie, so I might not like hell doggies quite as much. Taken care of. Can we get lucky with the Vol Vessel? Vol Ground Slam, Vol Spark. No, and no. A white socket. 2 white sockets. You can now identify corrupted items. That's an addition they made. Previously in the past, if you had an item like this that might actually be good, you couldn't ID it. Now you can. They made a lot of quality of life changes, most of which were not groundbreaking or anything, but them making a lot of those changes is kind of groundbreaking in and of itself. The crematorium. Any quest that sends you to a crematorium, that's actually pretty awful. Alright, inside, 20% chance to block attack damage. Spell damage, chance to poison on hit. All of their damage can freeze and a 20% chance to freeze. I'm gotta say I'm not really liking any of this stuff. Alright, that's the setup we're going with. There's a Trial of Ascendancy in this area, and we need to find that. And then we'll find Clarissa's dead boyfriend for her. Oh, I'm sure he's fine, Clarissa. I was just joking. I'm sure he's fine. I mean, you don't think Piety would, I don't know, torture someone to death or anything, do you? No, she's sweet. Well-meaning. That's very good character. Totally not a flaming pillar of awfulness in the world. That's a dead end. We love dead ends. I am actively trying to get to the Ascendancy trial. I don't seem to be getting any closer. Maybe now. There we are. Trial of Ascension. Number 4. I am always very cautious with these various traps and such because I tend to panic. I find myself in a position where I'm suddenly in trouble and I make wrong decisions. You know, we all make wrong decisions from time to time. Herald device. Alright, precision is coming up. Well, the Herald device, we can level that one up. Come over here. And that. Okay, we've successfully completed that one.
Flames of the past.
Alright. Now, Piety. And Clarissa's dead boyfriend. Not played this game in years. I like watching people play. The game not really interested in playing. I'm thinking of giving PoE 2 a try once it's released. But certainly, right now, catching up with all of the game mechanics, if you haven't played for years, would be pretty daunting. And I'm certainly the same way. I haven't played World of Tanks in 6, 8 years. But there are a couple of World of Tanks streamers. If they're on, I'll watch. And I haven't played the game in years, so I completely understand. It does allow you to sort of keep in touch with the game, but especially a game like this.
Huntress, you are beatific because you answer to no.
There's just so much stuff that's been added to the game. New end-game systems, so many. It would be really daunting. Yeah, she says enough of this and then leaves when she's out of life. Chicken. Got friends who play regularly and would like you to start playing? Well, I mean, playing... this is one I've never actually grouped up. But basically, almost every game is better with friends. That's true. So, if I had a couple friends who were desperate to pull me into a game that I'd played in the past but wasn't that interested in, I'd be willing to give it a shot, probably. But I wouldn't make any promises that I was going to stick around. If you enjoy PoE, I don't know if you've looked into Last Epoch, which launched about 5 weeks ago. It's quite good. And less imposing than PoE. It's roughly, most people are putting it, it's kind of halfway between Diablo 3 or 4 and PoE in complexity and depth.
Told Tolman's dead then.
Hatred. Do I need hatred? I think maybe I do. Maybe I'm supposed to get hatred? What was I supposed to get here? After Tolman. Grace. Get grace and then buy haste. Grace.
General Gravicius demand. Why are you still standing there?
I'll miss a ball.
What do we got to sell? Sell that. Sell that. And we look at these others. That could have been good. Sadly not. Nope. That one's not bad, but we need greens. And that was worth looking at, but no.
Good luck.
Ah, you've been playing Last Epoch? Well, I hope you enjoy it. I've been playing the living crap out of it so much that I died twice on the first map today because I was pushing the wrong button to heal. Oops.
Have fun elsewhere.
Because I've been playing so much Last Epoch.
I need to give you something. See you.
I walked halfway. Tread carefully, Exile.
Vitaria.
It'll be interesting to see what the Last Epoch team brings out for their first, non-launch cycle. Removes curses. That's the Vol gem. Got a couple of Vol gems. Ground Slam. Spork. We would like Grace. Those taken. Those are taken. Sniper's Mark. I think we'd rather have Grace. For now, drop this back in here so it'll keep leveling. We have one more socket we're leveling stuff in. I think we've got another item or two that can go in there. Frenzy or Arctic Armor. We'll go with Frenzy. Start leveling that one up. Alright. And back out we go yet again. We're currently at 4 of the 6 trials. Complete. And Grace. That's a... Ooh. We're probably going to have to turn off. That's a 50%er. Our shots currently cost how much? 13 mana. We're currently sitting at 30. We're going to turn off the precision, I think. Not that's going to give us back much. Gave us back plenty. Okay. We've got Grace. Where are we? Yep, here we are. Sewers. Why are there always sewers? Okay. Look, you little shitbag. This would be one of the quality of life things I'd like them to bring them in when we're doing any game system thing that we would get a freeze. I know this is coming. You can pause the game in PoE 2. Physical damage is lightning. Since this thing casts discharge, oh, it also uses flicker strike. Casts charge lightning. Then physical damage is extra lightning, shouldn't matter. 10% more damage granted to pack members on death. Smaller packs, please. Pack density very low. We'll go with that one. Okay. We start burning through our mana pretty quick. Ding. Blink arrow. Yep. Added cold. Yep. Is there something out there? Arrow Nova. Yep. Added cold. Yep. Coming down here for weapon elemental. We want left or right on that. Give me a sec. Quick look. I think we want right. I'm not wrong entirely. We want left. So over here. Portal scroll. Bust of Marcellus Lioni. The undying blockage. I tell you, as you get older, you become more familiar with that. First character to reach level 86. That doesn't look like Korean. Looks more like one of the Chinese. Written languages. And that's all three of the busts. Platinum busts. That's a little over the top, I gotta say. I don't think platinum. That's just conspicuous consumption. Now, for the record, the Washington Monument was capped with a very, very valuable metal. The very tip of the Washington Monument is capped with aluminum. It's very, very difficult to make at that time. The more you know. 25% of physical damage is extra lightning damage. All damage with hits can chill. Cape or a banner on the back. I'll show you in a sec. It is basically sort of it sort of has a couple of moving arms and then everything's dangling off of the central part. So it's sort of a banner on the back with some extra bits poking out to hold additional banner fronds. It's pretty and semi-hallucinogenic, so... Actually, it's gross looking, and that's why I went with it. If I have to put up with everybody else's stuff that they got it wearing in town, if I have to listen to their goblin band play, they can take a look at what I'm wearing and deal with the gag reflex. So here's from front. Pretty awful, don't you think? Although, I will note that these little pet dudes are a very good match for the back banner thing. But all in all, it's meant to be seizure-inducing. That's where we came in. So there is a thing that can sometimes, a quest item that can sometimes spawn in here. That's what I'm looking for. It does not look like it is spawned in here this time. So we will continue our journey, our merry way. Sayest the defaced. Bong. Now we need to go in here. The only time in the game we need to go in here. Does the green buddy on his head pop out of a hat? No, that's too bad. He's got the right hat for it, doesn't he? We need to go into the catacombs just once because there is a ascendancy trial in there. Increase movement speed for the Undying Archivists, I think. I haven't gotten any bodies off of these guys in a while that we can bury. Looking for the Trial of Ascendancy. We also have a Vol side area over there. We'll head for that. There's the trial. We'll do the Vol side area first. Precision. God damn it, I leveled it up a bunch. That was the one I said I didn't want to level it up, and I leveled it up a bunch because I'm a dope. Alright, a fecund entombed chamber. Ew. Wolf pelt might be nice. Headpiece. Not that way. This way. Another level for me.
What can I do for you, Rayclast?
Okay. Boss. Killed the flunkies. Ooh. 4-link green chest.
That would only slow me down.
That will only slow me down. Shut up. That's a chrome. We need the chromes. Impurity of Fire and Vol Haste. Hypnotic Jack. I don't know, Jack. It was that side, wasn't it? Gotta double check. Because I'm a dope. Yep. That is correct. Alright, we will now take care of the Trial of Ascendancy. Yeah, I was wondering, is this spinny discs? And the answer is yes, it's spinny discs. Crafting recipe, elemental damage with attacks. That's exactly the one we'll be needing. Don't move with the thing. There you go.
The Emperor must
That's 5 out of 6. 1 to go.
Hope in the left hand, surety in
And
the
we've
right.
gotten everything done we need out of here. Yep. Go back to town. Oof. Old man falling apart, guys. Stay young. That's my recommendation to you. Just, you know, just say no to getting old. It's that easy.
The Beatles poet.
I'm pretty sure. All right, what might be good? That might be good. That might be good. Possible. Not likely. That one, however, is one we're probably going to throw an alchemy at and hope to get lucky.
Yes.
Hi, Clarissa. How you doing? You know that feeling? Been utilizing a chiropractor for the first time in the last 3 weeks, scheduled for 5 more months. If it's helping you feel better, as long as he's not trying to cure a disease. The hat. A lot of accuracy, a lot of life. I think I'm going to be using that. Gloves. 4 sockets. I'll hold on to it. This one is 4 sockets also. Not bad. But this is what we want to turn into something good. Let's hope we get lucky. The exercises and adjustments are doing well. Great.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, I have lifelong back problems, so I do understand how incredibly... I don't have another alchemy. An essence, then. So I understand how debilitating it can be. Armor. A little bit to maximum energy shield. Armor, a little bit to maximum life. I'd actually rather take a chance on getting a real life roll there. 3 to 5 to maximum energy shield. Sure, why not? Come on, come on. Be nice. Life and one decent life, a decent life roll, and one decent resist or 2 meh resists. That's all I'm asking for. We got a decent resist and a decent life. I'll take that. Plus, we now have our second 4-link, all green. Down 70 pounds too. Excellent work. I myself, I'm probably back up a pound or 2, but I have been as much as 74 pounds down. Back issue 2.5 years old. Yeah, the weight makes a big difference. The weight is the best long-term thing you can do for a bad back for sure. That wasn't like a primary motive thing for me to lose weight, but it has been a very nice and welcome side effect. I think I like this too. More accuracy rating. I give up a little bit of life. Cold resist. This has got... It's got an open suffix I can throw a resist on if I need to. Yeah, more life. More life good. Weight has to stay off this time. 2 slips back up was too many. Yeah, that's the hard part, is keeping it off. Always has been for me. I've been able to lose it pretty easily in the past. Keeping it off obviously didn't stick because here I am again. In my case, as long as I keep all of the foods that I love out of the house, I'm probably okay. And if that sounds miserable, it's not perfect. Let's see. What do we have here? We've got... All right, we've got the shrapnel ballista there. We've got dash. Move that there. Precision. Since we're currently not using that, we can move that. And we don't want it because it's level 5. We can throw it away so that we don't mess around with it anymore. Grace we want to keep. But I think we also want Frenzy. And Mana Forged Arrows. I think. Here, and we check back here again and see we can get Arctic Armor leveling up. Not a red socket in sight. Oh well. In time, all good things to those who wait. And we go back to the marketplace. What's off? We didn't switch back our weapon. You think you'd catch me, didn't you? Yeah, you did. I'm not that easy to catch. We've got an Overlord's Neglected Cellar of Smothering. The boss deals 15% damage, has 10% increased attack and cast speed, and I have less recovery of life and energy shield. What could possibly go wrong? Death. Okay, well, yeah, other than death, what could possibly go wrong? Her pretty quick. As long as I don't stand in the effects that she cast, I should be fine. Ball summon skeletons is nice. If I do any sort of minion-y build, it's a nice oh shit button. We've got beasts. It's like cooties, but they're bigger. I hate that ability just because it's so goddamn loud. And most of the sounds turned way down. Nothing affects that. My apologies for the boom, boom, boom. Not my fault. Immortal words of Han Solo and Lando Calrissian. It's not my fault. Red Beast coming up. Thanks, Einar. Whoops, we got a questy item over here we need. That I can't reach. The Decanter Spiritus. And another beast. A yellow one. There you go, Einar. Pick him up, please. We will be best friends, Beast, until we slaughter you. Einar is a little bit mental. Just the tiniest bit. Thanks, Einar. Carrion Swarmer. Reforge socket numbers 30 times, keeping the greatest number of sockets. Well, I want to hold on to that until I get an item about level 35. I think you can get 6 sockets. And we wouldn't be likely to get 6, but we could easily get 5, and that would be good. I think it's level 35. There would be nothing that way. So the gateway to where we want to go next must be over here. Along there, presumably. Stand there and take your whooping, boy. And there it is. So when we're going to 6-link on stream. Oh, good evening, Major Kicks. I've never 6-linked on stream. I've gotten a 6-link drop last league on stream, I think. But until we start getting our hands on a level 35 items, I've got a couple of 4 links, so I'm pretty good until then to try and take a gamble on getting a 5 or a 6 socket, let alone link. I didn't realize you were a PoEer, Major Kicks. Chance to suppress spell damage, that's fine. I don't care. I don't use spells. Strongest monster in the pack gets 100% increased life. That's just rude. Damn, I guess. It goes. League's going pretty well so far. Died twice on the first map, but none since. And I actually have a good reason. Can't really say an excuse, but a good reason I died twice on the first map. It's because I've been playing so much Last Epoch, I was hitting my heal button from Last Epoch instead of my heal button from Path of Exile. Oops. Made 1 6-link in my days. I've made 2 now. 1 in the last league, much to my amazement. And then 1, I don't know, 5 years ago, something like that. Most of the time, I aim for a 5-link. And if I get more, I am filled with amazement, shock, and awe. Last league I played a lot, though. The last league was a very good league. And I played a lot. So I ended up getting a total of 4, 6 links, I think. 1 I linked, and then the other 3 were dropped, 2 of which were corrupted, I think. 50% fire modifier to tier ranking. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what percentages are like in PoE 2. You know, to see if having the equivalent of a 6-link is similar there to what it is here, which is, you know, unless you really know what you're doing, a 6-link is a big ask. Ribbon spool. Unlock the waypoint, you big doof. To be clear, I was speaking to myself. I'm the big doof. What choices do we have? Let's see. Caster modifiers, less likely. We don't want to use the Reforge. We're going to save that one. Let's see. I can make caster modifiers less likely and more likely. That's probably not the best idea. Caster modifiers are scarcer, and fire modifiers, maybe some jewelry? We will visit the Necropolis, ladies and gentlemen. Downtown Necropolis. Deadville, USA. Population, sooner or later, everybody. we are going to have caster modifiers be more scarce or scarce, and fire modifiers with a 50% or a 50 to the tier modifier rating. So we should get a higher chance for better fire modifiers and fewer caster modifiers. And I think we'll go for jewelry. Our amulet, not that good. Let's grab an amulet.
So that you may guide their hearts to glory.
Rapture Charm. Strength, cast speed. Cast speed's a caster thing, kind of definitionally. Life and rarity. That's really not very good. The strength isn't worth it. This one's got life, and I gain life when I hit them with attacks and a little global crit, and this one's just better. Thanks for nothing, Aramore. That was really disappointing. I'm afraid this is going to show up on your review. Really? I mean, you don't want this sort of thing on your permanent record. The docks. All right, what do we got? Oh boy, this is, yeah. 200% increased global accuracy rating. What else have we got? Overwhelm, 15%. 100% increased maximum life. Screw off. Granted to pack members on death. We want that to go to small packs, not normals. Very low pack density. The ranged brittle skeletons can get that one. And then I guess the 100% maximum life. Yeah, I guess. The 2 times I have rolled a 6 link in the game. Last league was 1 and the other years and years ago. The 2 times it's happened, in each case it happened on the third attempt to fuse. You know, click, click, click. Why isn't it working anymore? What do you mean 6 link? What? Resistance modifiers are 100% scarcer. I guess if you've got good resists, then you would want them to be scarcer, but as of right now, my resists not that good. Oh, my first unique. Huh. I have never, in the entirety of playing the game, ever put on those gauntlets. Not once. Shackles of the Wretched. Hexes applied by socketed curse skills are reflected back to you, so you can curse yourself. Can't be chilled for seconds after being chilled, frozen, frozen, ignited, ignited, shocked, shocked. Grants 4 frenzy charges to allies upon death. So it allows you to curse yourself and makes your allies better when you die. Perhaps you can understand why I had never, ever equipped that item in all of my years playing PoE. Hi, Fairgraves. And there's your decanter spiritus. Don't worry, we'll send you the other thing when we find it. There. The other item is showing up on the minimap. I will go out of my way for a scroll of wisdom. That's how early we are in the game. Thaumatic sulfite. It's my Froggy. Hello, Froggy. Let's love Froggy.
You getting there?
Thanks, Argon. He says I'm getting there. I'm not sure where there is, but I'm getting there. Grand life flask. No, that'll go in. That sadly was just disappointing. Son, I was disappointed. My first unique. And now we have to go to the uniques tab and set up the affinity for uniques. There we go. Spoiler. That's a crap unique. Oh my god, it's so bad. Vols, right? Blade Vortex. Summon Skeletons and Cold Snap. Yeah. The Goblin Band, ladies and gentlemen. The Goblin Band. Oh, wrong way. Right way. Another level. I'm level 32. Is there anything in there we want? Exposure you inflict. Applies at least minus 18. Reduce reflected. Reduced effective exposure on me. Hits have a 25% chance to treat enemy resistance as inverted. Critical hits do not inherently inflict ailments. Not sure if any of those go. Quick check with the old path of building to see where I'm going next. Mana Leech. That makes complete, perfect freaking sense. Of course. That will be really nice. I may be able to ditch my mana flasks. Which would obviously be a win. For the good guys. That's me. I'm the good guy. That's a big difference. Even just 0.4% mana leech. Big difference. Got another Vol side area. Down we go. %13 more monster life. I want more life, monster. I didn't mean to do it. They made me do it. Being all undead and stuff. They scared me. It was self-defense. I called for my mom, but she didn't come. Vol Righteous Fire. selling. +1 to level of all lightning spells skill gems. Well, that's probably actually worth holding on. If I end up making additional builds. Last league was the first league I've made a bunch of builds in a while. I made it, I think it was 6 builds into maps, and the yellow maps are higher. Last league. It's been a while since I did that. I'm going to head back out and reset the mobs in here. Oh, 20% chance to freeze. All damage can freeze. Gee, I think I'll move it over to... Oh, no, I won't. Well, we've got a strong box over here to the left. First yellow quality strongbox. Historically, these often kill me. Usually one of two things kills me first in a league. Either the league mechanic hasn't been too bad this time, or opening a strongbox without IDing it and getting frozen and then murdered. Ruthless support. Nothing useful. Unfortunate. Disappointing. But hey, you know, you don't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you still don't get what you want. You don't even get what you need. It's just not fair. Fair doesn't enter into it. Another dead end. Also, not fair. Wouldn't have thought I was that high. All Flame Ember of Rats changes a pack of monsters into rats. The Solaris Temple, level 2. Let's see what we've got. Strongest monster in packs gets 200% increased monster life. I think I would rather have that with the pure water rather than the assault ribbons. Although the assault ribbons are one of my favorite weird-ass monsters in any game. Being attacked by ribbons. I kind of like it. Weird, but also kind of cool. You know, the animated statues, a little boring. Being attacked by animated pieces of cloth? Weird and kind of cool. It's like I knew she was going to wake up. Spoiler, I knew she was going to wake up. Have I just made a big lap? I have just made a great big lap. We ARPG players love that. more long. Ugh, that entire area was a fucking bait. Thanks, GGG. Also, bleep off. Not cool. Level up. Take care of that. Okay. It's the Lady Diala. And I'm not a cockroach.
You are not a cockroach.
See?
Strange.
She says I'm not a cockroach. Think intelligence. I need more intelligence.
They want the twin. I like a dash.
Leave me, not a cockroach.
And we go in here because we happen to know that there's a recipe in here. Just happen to know that. Fire damage rank 1. Fire, smoke sheaves are rising. Music reference. Back to town. I don't have the intelligence for that. Don't say it. Be nice. Current int is 48. Not terrible. It doesn't have the sockets that we might need, so probably not. We'll just go ahead and sell that.
Yes.
Hi, Clarissa. This is non-starter. Int Fizz Lightning. Open prefix, open suffix. This has 7 life. I think we take the damage and the intelligence. Suddenly I'm smarter. Hard to believe, given my base intelligence was so ludicrously stratospheric. And I'm putting that into the guild stash because I misclicked. And there we are. I'm now putting it in the correct stash. Because it's the correct one. Oh, we gotta talk to Gregor. Hi, Gregor. The Gemling Queen?
The Gemling Queen? She's awesome. You've been busy. Have fun.
The Gemling Queen is not impossible. There's a really good article, if you Google it up out there. It was on Grantland, former sports website, called Messi is Impossible. And it's a statistical analysis of Lionel Messi. And if you follow soccer at all, or football, it's amazing. So the Gemling Queen, not impossible. Lionel Messi, impossible. And now, pardon me, I got to deal with this undying blockage. Oh, the burn. All right, it's gone. Sorry about that. We've got an open prefix on our bow. You know what that means? We could put on it a damage prefix. That bow was maybe the best binding orb I've ever used. Let's head to our hideout. Increased physical damage. Fire damage. I think fire damage goes very nicely with the cold and lightning that it already has. Physical damage. So it's got the 20%. So yeah, I think we just put the fire damage on it. It's beautiful! Back to the Ebony Barracks. Because that's what this build wants, is it wants to be running, essentially, an all-elements bow. And that's why the bow I had last league for this build was so incredibly good. Alright, a lot of things live here. 200% increased global crit. Strongest monster in pack gets acceleration shrine. Great. I don't know which the key widths are. The porcupine gold. We want nothing to do with the fucking porcupines. Definitely not 200% global critical hit chance. That would be bad. Strongest monster in the pack gets the acceleration shrine. I think I can live with that. No. 30% damage. Stone Titans. They're going to get the biggest, ugliest thing, which I think guess is the acceleration back. That's apparently a tier 4. 10% increase. We want that to go to a small, very low pack density, like that. Non-chaos damage is extra chaos. Global crit. We don't want that on a high. Oh, these are all high. Lovely. Fuck. This is going to be bad. And as I've noted earlier, you can't skip this league mechanic. In the past, you could always skip a league mechanic you weren't interested in engaging in. And historically, a lot of people did, because a lot of the new league mechanics were really rippy as hell. And especially hardcore. Nobody wanted to go near them. Well, you don't have a choice. Heard people talking about, people having to engage. I'm going, I never had a league mechanic you had to engage in. No, this one you absolutely have to. Congratulations, whether you want to or not. This is some of the rippiest looking affixes I've seen yet. A couple of tier 4 affixes. And those seem like they might be really dicey. I'm looking for Chittis's Plum, which really does sound kind of smutty. It's another level for me. 33. We've got another ascendancy trial up here somewhere. Should be in this area. I think, actually, probably back here, we've got the waypoint. Should be back here somewhere. Wanted to grab that. Next thing, we're looking for Chittis's Plum and the Ascendancy Trial. Ascendancy Trials always here in the far corner, so it's pretty easy to find. There's Chittis Plum. Alright, we got Chittis' Plum. He won't be needing it. And that is the assembly center. And a recipe. All attributes.
I'm not up to that.
Everyone must know precisely where he stands.
We go back to town the quick way. The cheaty way. Let me check where I'm going next in my path of building. Down and then to the right. Fleetfoot. That makes sense. Fleetfoot, yep. We will cash in Chittis' Plum in the docks. Got bad news for you, Fairgraves. I know you want it. It's going to give you eternal life. You're pretty sure of that. It's going to give you something eternal. That's for sure. So long. Sucker. Pardon the yawn from the old man. No.
What is it?
And the ring we got from him is... not very good. Disappointing. Fairgraves, I went through all that for you. You gave me a shitty ring. On the other hand, you died eternally and permanently, so maybe that's kind of even. Back to the Ebony Barracks. No, actually back to Imperial Gardens. We need to find the library. Normally it would have been somewhere there. Weird layout. I'm getting a lot more weird layouts than I used to get. Layouts that, you know, where I'm not finding things where I'm used to finding them. In this case, I think this leads straight to the library, and it does. But I've never seen the library in this relative location to where I came into the... Alright, in the library. Chance to evade attack hits, increased life granted to pack members on death. How about we put them in a very low batch of mobs? That ought to do. Very low size, pack size, so that them all getting more life as I kill them all doesn't become ridiculous and like have 5,000% more life. Yeah. Nope. Dead end. And here is Ciosa. Hello, Ciosa. Wingardium Leviosa. That didn't quite come out as well as I was hoping. Guardian Leviosa. Yeah, there we are. Looking for a candle in the classic pull the candle to open the secret door mechanic that we all know from movies.
Another day, another death.
He's cheery, isn't he? Another day, another death. Wow, we've got a lot of stuff now. We definitely, the caster modifiers we don't care about. Your fortune number sockets we want to keep for later. Less resistance mods. Armor items have a dexterity requirement, so they come out with either green, red, or green, blue. Fire mods. Armor items have a dex requirement. Well, that's 2 of them. We'll go ahead and make something then. We'll visit the Necropolis. And we're going to make something of ourselves. We don't want resistance modifiers to be less likely. So dex, and fire, I suppose? Dex requirement. Dex requirement. And we'll get fire. Open the Tome of Aramor, and we're trying to create an armor piece. The boots aren't bad. The gloves are pretty meh. That's a hat. That's not bad. Gloves, I think. They'll be rare. Item level will be 30. It'll have 4 explicit modifiers. One of them likely to be fire. And they are likely to be either green, blue, or green red.
So that you may allow them to grip their destiny!
They are green, exclusively. Fizz damage, fire resist, and cold resist. Not as many sockets as I would have liked, so I'm probably sticking with what I've got. There we are. A loose... Put the candle back. The archives. 50% physical damage is extra lightning damage. You do that. Give that to the guys who don't do physical damage. If they only do lightning damage, then physical to lightning conversion don't hurt. Because they're already doing lightning. And just lightning. We're looking for 4 pages. A book. My first div card. And it's for the one that gives you 40 freaking wisdom scrolls. We've got another page there. The place. What? Okay, that's unfortunate. We've got a strong box. Nothing special about it, just a strong box. So. Fusing out of it. That was worth it. That's another level. 34. I'm on a whole nother level. 34, to big thing. All right, all the way down here. A Val orb, very nice. Going it was Fleetfoot. Orb of Chance. Another golden page. And the last of the golden pages. Back to town. By the GD method. We immediately go right back to the library where Siosa awaits. Life Leech, Fork, Fortify, Hypothermia, Ice Bite, Force Ballista, Focused Ballista, Second Wind, Impale, Critical Strike Afflict, Hypothermia maybe? I can't remember. Go back to town. And then I'm going to run the Trial of Ascendancy. You know, after I sell all my stuff.
Yes.
Sell, ID. Sadly. Sell, and sell. Increase charge use, increase amount recovered, removes curses on use.
Watch yourself.
I watch myself. I can't help but watch myself. My nose is always visible. Even when I don't want to see it, it's there. So I'm always watching myself. The only way I can not watch myself is to close my eyes. And for the record, We Close Our Eyes is an awesome song by the band Oingo Boingo. Really a great song. This is going to be our div card page. Our inventory is mostly empty. It is time for us to try and get our Ascendancy. And then I'll call it an evening for the stream anyway.
Stand before the gates of the Lord's labyrinth. Within these walls.
And if I die, they send you back to the beginning.
Justice.
It's been a while since I've died in a Trial of Ascendancy. At least any of the early ones. I'll say that and immediately get frozen in place. That's my first 5 socket. It's not 5 linked, but it is 4 linked. And it is actually in a usable base for me as well. So that one actually could be good. And this should be Trial of the Aspirant. Yep, Aspirant's Trial. There's a recipe in here. And there are 3 trials you have to go through to get access to the Chamber of Ascension. Here we are. First trial, we get to fight basically a robot version of the Emperor. The late Emperor. That hurt a lot, more than I expected.
Such resilience.
All right.
Those who stand should never outnumber those who kneel.
Remember, those who stand should never outnumber those who kneel. A penitent man kneels before God. Kneel! Indiana Jones reference. All right, spooters. I will avoid this area. Generally because I don't like to take chances when I'm working my way through the Trial of Ascension. I don't want to skip anything that might be hazardous. Let's see if I can get myself killed here. Not this time. Maybe next time. Okay, and this is the map layout. We don't want to go here because that's an unnecessary map. The door to the next useful map should be down here. And some of the maps have additional things that might make it worth a person's while to go seeking them out. No, can't get through there. And there it is. The second aspirant's trial.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation.
To entertain doubt is to dance with death.
The emperor beckons.
And I don't dance, don't ask me. I don't dance, don't want to.
Give no quarter. You are inexhaustible.
He says I'm inexhaustible. I think that's good. All right, 2 went down. 1 to go.
Emperors in waiting.
Yep, burninating. I have died too many times in too many stupid ways to take chances with this. And yet I did anyway. These things are bad. Those things, the big choppy things, yeah, bad.
I'm not up to that.
Whoops! Something slowed me down. That could have been fatal. More choppy things. Note to self, avoid choppy things. Just a helpful hint from me to you. Avoid a choppy thing. Generally speaking, yeah. Sound advice from me to you. And this is, either way, will be one more intermediate node before we get to the last one there. So this is as good as any. Nope, don't need that. Level 35. Is this the aspirant's trial? It is. And we were going to the right, I believe. Evasion rating and movement speed, evasion rating and cooldown recovery of movement skills. Really? Let me check on that really fast. Yeah, that's what the build guide says. I'm not sure I'm convinced about that one. Fine. All right, there we go. The third and final aspirant's trial for this go-through.
Aspirant can
There's
afford
4
to be
tiers
promising.
of trials in the aspirant. That's the first one, the easiest.
So promises.
Regular, cruel, merciless, and uber, I believe it's called.
Failure is an illusion.
We have 3 treasure keys and a bunch of other loot available. I really wish that all of these guys would just fall over when he falls over. That would be nice. We didn't have to worry about it. Leather hood. Maybe. Golden mask. Maybe. Goat hide boots. Maybe. Alright, now we go in here to the Ascendancy Chamber.
Before your emperor, you are worthy.
All right, I'm worthy,
Before
guys.
the goddess of justice.
What is our first thing we grab? We grab Gathering Winds.
For this is the ending that we all deserve.
Gathering Winds, we are a Deadeye. Thought we were Pathfinder, but no, Gathering Winds. Yeah, definitely not Pathfinder. We're Deadeye.
A woman can change the world with a single well-placed arrow.
5% attack speed, 10% increased projectile damage. Gain 1 gale force when you use a skill, 15% increase of tailwind on you per gale force, and me and allies have tailwind. Tailwind increases action speed by 8%. And since I get a 15% increase effect of that to a maximum, so each of those basically acts like another 1.2? Yeah, 1.2%. So increases action speed by 8% plus another 1.2% per gale force. And they last for 4 seconds? 4 seconds and stack up to 10. Okay, now things get interesting. We're going to go over here to our stash. We're going to grab one of those valuable, theoretically, gems. Toxic Toxic Rain at 19%. We're going to cash this in and turn it into a random transfigured gem with a 19% quality. If I get lucky and drop something specifically good there, I might be able to sell that for a big chunk of change. We're going to transform a skill gem into a random transfigured gem of the same color. And I get to choose one of the three. Shattering Steel of Ammunition, Mirror Arrow of Prismatic Clones, Lacerate of Hemorrhage. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to check PoE trade, or the PoE... What was that? Path of Exile, trade. Where's the current league choice? PC. We are in Necropolis. And let's see, it was something of Lacerate. So we hit Lacerate, and it was Lacerate of Hemorrhage. And we see if that's worth anything. A Chaos is currently the price. Mirror Arrow of Prismatic Clones, also a Chaos, and Shattering Steel of Ammunition. A Fusing, or a Chaos. So they seem to be of similar value. I did not hit the proverbial lottery here. Lacerate of Hemorrhage slashes twice, releasing waves of force that damage enemies. The middle can be hit by both. Requires one-handed axe or one-handed sword. More bleeding, bleeding, bleeding. Mirror Arrow. I know Mirror Arrow gets used. Base duration is 20 seconds. Maximum of 3 clones. Fire elemental arrows. We'll grab that one. Now, we also have 3 keys to open 3 of these 10 boxes. And as is tradition around here, I use the magical D20. Mod 10. 13, so that's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 3. Gotta say, that was not a success. Space. Next is 20, which is the same as 10. 2 more treasure keys. Very nice, I'm lucky. We will get rid of that and grab that. We still have 3 keys. 14. 4. And that's it. Not much. 2 left. 1. Grab that. Grab that. No, none of the others. Last one. 11 is 1, so we have to re-roll. 11 is 1. 11 is 1. I swear, I was actually rolling those. 7. A couple of things. We got an amulet and a couple of jewels. And we're done. Right? Yep. We ascended. There's our ascension. We now have Tailwind. There it is, Tailwind. Increasing my action speed. And we grabbed our gem. We'll return to town, and I'm going to call it an evening. I'll probably play some more later, but I won't stream. So tomorrow, hopefully you'll come back. Well, hopefully when I get back, you might join me. I'll probably be starting somewhere around the same time I started today, noon to 1. Might be as early as 11. These are all Pacific time. So an hour, give or take, from noon Pacific, 3 Eastern, 7 or 8 p.m. GMT. I will drop something into the old chatteroo on the Discord with information before I go live by at least 15 minutes. Give you guys some warning so that you can shut off the internet and find a place to hide. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me on a Friday evening. The league seems fine so far. Not great. Definitely not bad. Gameplay, few lag spikes in some of the game, and definitely in towns. Other than that, everything seems fine. Build so far is fine. I got a nice, very nice bow with a binding orb And it's serving me quite well indeed so far, and probably will for some length of time. And we got our first 4 link. And, you know, that may make things better too. We'll see what we get off of that. Let's take a look right now. How much better would it have to be? It'd have to have about 30 life and 1 decent resist. And that would really be all it would need to have. No, I can put life on it, but not much. That's really underwhelming. Didn't realize it was blue. Yeah, with blue, it was going to be underwhelming. Anyway, I'm going to call it here. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. I should be back tomorrow sometime around noon Pacific. Hopefully, you will see me soon. I hope the rest of your Friday night is awesome. And I require your weekend to kick ass. Hopefully not yours. Somebody else. Kick somebody else's ass. The weekend shouldn't kick yours. It should be good. Have a good weekend. I'm back tomorrow. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and